Dear Taurus, a steadfast message is waiting for you, one that calls from the very core of your being. Take a moment to pause, to silence the world around you. If you feel inclined, close your eyes. What you are about to hear is not mere advice or a fleeting thought. It is a vibration meant for your soul, a resonance that only those who are truly grounded can comprehend. I may not know where you find yourself right now or the trials you've faced, but there's one truth that resonates deeply. Your soul has just unlocked an invisible door to deeper stability. This message has found its way to you not by chance, but through a connection that transcends the physical realm. A whisper from someone who watches over you, someone you may no longer see, but whose presence lingers in the steady beat of your heart. This is a call from the heavens, from a space where time loses its grip, where pain is but a distant memory. The voice that reaches out to you is that of your mother. She calls to you in ways that only a Taurus can truly feel, through the quiet moments of peace, the unspoken comforts, and the enduring signs that others overlook, but you always cherish. You didn't stumble upon this message by mere coincidence. Your spirit guided you here because it yearned for something. Perhaps a truth you've tried to build over, a memory tied to your first anchor and your first sense of security, which is often wrapped in the essence of motherhood. You possess a heart as strong and nurturing as the earth, capable of holding every emotion with steadfastness and reviving what was once lost. Every familiar scent, every comforting melody, every cherished touch from the past opens doors to memories long tucked away. Your mother, the first woman to teach you about steadfastness and gentle strength, understood your uniqueness. If you think you fully grasp the depths of your own heart, tread carefully. There are parts of your soul still slumbering, waiting for the right moment to awaken and be built upon. From an early age, you carried a grounding light that was innate, a light that others often failed to see. You felt what was left unsaid, perceived what others dared not acknowledge, and loved in ways that perhaps seemed too steadfast, too devoted to some, because it was so real, so dependable. In your journey, you may have come to believe that you were too much, too practical, too determined, perhaps even too stubborn. You learned to mask your true self, to stifle your need for comfort, and to suppress the gentlest parts of you just to fit into the mold defined by others. But let me share something with you, not as a storyteller, but as a kindred spirit who once walked a similar path. This is not strength, it is loss. Your mother has watched over you through it all. Even when you wore a brave face, even when you tried to convince the world you were fine, she knew. There is something profound that she never had the chance to express while she was with you. And today, it is time for that truth to surface. To understand this, you must listen not just with your mind, but with your heart, with the deepest part of your being, where words are unnecessary. Your mother has not truly departed. She has transformed from a physical presence into a comforting frequency, a warm sensation in your chest when you gaze at the sky, a dream that stirs your emotions without explanation, a thought that brings you solace in solitude. If you've ever questioned whether someone is truly by your side in your darkest hours, let me reassure you, yes, she is there. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to share your feelings in the comments below. If this touches your heart and soul, please write, "I love you, Mom." Let this be a declaration of love, not just for your mother, but for yourself. As a Taurus, you are born to build what others only dream of, to ground what others find fleeting. Your ability to create sanctuary and offer unwavering support is a rare gift. You don't need words to understand. You simply need to feel the solidity. However, your relationship with your mother may not have been straightforward. Perhaps there were silences, unspoken words, or perhaps you lost her too soon before you could share one last comforting embrace or hear one final loving word. Regardless of the circumstances, she wants you to know one essential truth. She always saw you, and she always loved you in her own imperfect yet genuine way. If you still grapple with the question, "Am I enough?" let me clarify this for you. You are the most precious gift she ever received. From her vantage point, where no facades exist and no fears cloud the heart, your mother sees you in your entirety, not the person society perceives, but the beautiful soul you truly are. You are a being of enduring strength, capable of deep, consistent love, a heart that may have weathered storms but still chooses loyalty and peace, a steady light that shines even in the darkest corners. Your mother did not merely leave you with blood and memory. She bestowed upon you a sacred promise, an ancient energy etched into your very soul from the moment she knew you would be her child. This legacy is not physical. It is an invisible thread connecting you to the eternal, an ability to sense the enduring value in things, to perceive the beauty that is yet to be fully appreciated. Will you dare to embrace this gift, to let it guide you and illuminate the path for others? For that is what your mother believed in long before you ever believed in yourself. You once thought your need for stability was a limitation, but in truth, it is your spiritual anchor. Every time you felt different, every time you struggled to articulate your pain, your soul was guiding you, sending you warnings. No pain you have endured is without meaning. No loss is accidental. Each experience is a sacred piece leading you back to the center of your being, to the place of light, to the essence of the divine, where your mother is always watching over you. She wants you to remember this. Today's message is not merely for comfort. It is a call to awaken you, to remind you that you are enough and that you no longer need to carry what doesn't belong to you. Can you feel it? The way your heart beats a little softer, a little more steadily, that is a sign. It is the moment a blessing from the heavens is entering your being. Your mother does not want you to continue living as a fractured soul. She does not want you to close your heart out of fear of being hurt again. She knows that the wounds you once bore are now becoming your greatest strengths, your most solid foundations. Beloved Taurus, now that you are here, there is something simple yet powerful you can do. You don't have to vocalize it. Simply close your eyes and from the deepest part of yourself, the place that once heard a calling the world could not comprehend, whisper, "I am ready. I open my heart. I receive the strength and peace my mother sends to me." If you can gently close your eyes for just a few seconds, let your heart whisper something soft, something small yet powerful enough to stir your soul. I am Taurus, and I receive this sacred message from my mother with all my love and my willingness to embrace my true foundation. You don't need to say it out loud. Just feel it as if she was sitting right in front of you, gazing at you with the most tender eyes, offering no judgment, no demands, only love. She is here, and she has been waiting for this moment for a long time. Now that your heart is open, she can finally share what she once kept hidden behind her tears. There are moments in life when you may feel like an outsider in this world, as if you hail from a realm too gentle, too practical to endure the chaos and superficiality of life. How often have you asked yourself, Why do I hold on so tightly? Why does the fear of instability affect me so deeply? Perhaps you've believed more than once that you were wrong, that you needed to change, that you were too unyielding. You began to compromise your needs for security, constrict your desire for comfort, and stifle your true pace, all to avoid further pain. But what if you shifted your perspective? What if the very qualities that make you different are what make you sacred? Your mother never viewed you as unyielding in a negative way. She may not have articulated it, and her own struggles may have kept her at a distance, but she understood. She knew you entered this world not to conform, but to shine with a unique, steady light, and to carry a mission only you could fulfill. She recognized that your path would not be easy, but she also believed in your strength, not the kind that pushes through aggressively, but the strength of a soul that has endured and still chooses to build and nurture. There is one final secret she wishes to impart. Everything you have experienced, the tears, the losses, the silences, the emptiness, were not punishments. They were preparations for something greater, deeper, and more sacred than you can imagine. This is a soul contract between you and your mother, not written in words, but vibrated through your essence, not documented on paper, but engraved in the depths of your spirit. You came here to build the security your mother may not have fully known, to release the burdens of instability that previous generations never had the chance to understand, let alone undo. You came to love with steadfastness, to create beauty without apology, to live a life where your soul can finally rest and thrive. If this resonates with you, I encourage you to leave a note below. Not lengthy, just a truth for yourself. Perhaps simply write, "I am grounding my heart," not for others to see, but as a confirmation to the universe that you have returned. You do not need to carry your mother's sorrows for a lifetime. You do not need to live as though you are the final link in your family's pain. You have the right to transform, not by erasing the past, but by embracing it fully without allowing it to define you. Do you know what touches your mother's heart most at this moment? It is the fact that you continue to build, to endure, to offer comfort, even after your own foundations have been shaken. Your mother has witnessed it all. The times you endured in silence, the moments you embraced others while needing someone to hold you, the times you wore a smile just to spare others from worry, even when your soul cried out from loneliness or a need for security. Because of this, she doesn't just love you. She admires you from the other side, where only light and truth exist. She sees you through the eyes of the soul, free from limitations, free from fear, free from the misunderstandings of a lifetime. Dear Taurus, there is one thing your mother wants you to know, clearly and unmistakably. You have never disappointed her, not in your confusion, not when you distanced yourself to protect your heart, and certainly not when you questioned your own worth. From her perspective, beyond time and boundaries, she sees only your endurance and your quiet strength. Courage to remain steadfast even when shaken. Courage to love loyally despite disappointment. Courage to choose building anew over remaining in a place of disrepair. You are doing what many others cannot, healing wounds that belong not only to you, but to your lineage. You are breaking the cycle of nameless memories, invisible burdens, and fears passed down through generations. You walk through darkness without a map, yet you choose the light and stability. Your mother is always there, even if you cannot see her, even if you feel alone. She is present in those moments when you feel lost, in the sudden thoughts that arise, in the familiar melodies that bring tears to your eyes, in dreams where she smiles at you, understanding everything without saying a word. Today, she wants you to know that you are the foundation upon which a new legacy can be built. If you are truly ready, what lies ahead could transform the entire journey of your soul. Taurus, you are not just a being alive, you are both the end and the beginning of a karmic cycle that has persisted for generations. You are the one who can break the patterns of insecurity, the one who can love with unwavering commitment, the one who can find solace without apology, the one who can let your steadfast heart be seen as a miracle. The truth is, you are a gift, not just to your mother, but to the world and to yourself. This message is not merely to evoke emotion for a fleeting moment. It is a seed, a key, a gentle calling that will not release you until you choose to live in alignment with your truest self. Your mother believes you have lived enough to understand, felt enough to awaken, and been silent long enough to finally express your true voice without hesitation. Answer honestly, dear Taurus. If you were to stop today, would your life reflect your true essence? Or are you still living as a limited version, shaped by memories, expectations, and fears? You did not come into this world to bear guilt. You did not come to repay anyone. You came to be free, to feel secure, and above all, to remember who you are. Your mother has seen it all. Every night you wrestled with confusion. Every day you struggled between holding on and letting go. Every moment you thought, I can't go on. She witnessed the times you supported others while your own foundation was shaking, the times you smiled to shield your fragility or your weariness. But do you know that the moment you choose to lay down that burden, not only are you freed, but your mother is liberated too? Beloved Taurus, your mother does not ask for anything from you. She expects nothing in return. She simply wants you to look within, with the same gentle, steadfast eyes she always used to gaze at you. Eyes devoid of judgment, comparison, or demand, just pure love. It is time for you to embrace yourself, to forgive yourself, and to acknowledge your existence. Your life is not a coincidence. It is a gift sent from a higher place, an opportunity, a miracle, and your mother is the one who sent it your way. Each time you choose to love yourself, you are loving her once more. Every time you place your hand on your heart and listen, every time you choose love and security over fear, every time you speak your truth, even when your hands tremble, your mother's soul smiles, not because she needs you to do it for her, but because she knows that your freedom and peace are her liberation. The bond between you and your mother has never been severed. It has transformed into a sacred, invisible, and eternal connection. It vibrates every time you slow your breath, every time you cry for healing, every time you choose yourself, even amidst uncertainty. Now you know, now you feel it. Even if nothing on the outside has changed, everything within you is different. This message is not just meant to evoke emotions, and it aims to awaken your soul, to remind you that your practicality is not a wound, but a guiding light. Your intuition for what is lasting is not a burden, but the sacred compass of your being. The way you love with such steadfastness is precisely what this world needs now more than ever. Your mother has prepared one last gift for you, something that, if you accept it, could alter every aspect of your future. That gift is permission. Permission to be secure, to be comfortable in your own skin, to be yourself without fear. You no longer need to carry what does not belong to you. You do not have to keep living within old limitations just because they once defined you. When you choose to write a new chapter, to build a new reality, you are not betraying the past. You are honoring it, liberating it, and completing it with light and strength. So, dear Taurus, what will you do with this truth? Will you continue waiting until you feel ready? Or will you begin from the place you have always known, the place you have always felt, but once feared to touch? Your mother has said it all through her presence, her soul, her light. She watches you from a realm where only love exists, waiting for you to move forward without barriers. Live, breathe, believe, not just for yourself, but for her. Because when you heal and find your true stability, she finds peace. And when you choose to follow your soul, her spirit expands too. Beloved Taurus, you are ready. You don't need to be perfect, you simply need to be real, and that is enough. Now begin anew, not from scratch, but from the solid ground where you become your truest self, fully, patiently, and filled with your unwavering light. If your heart has been touched today, leave a small note beneath this message, not for me, but for yourself. An affirmation, a message to mark this moment when you have truly chosen yourself. Taurus, your mother loves you and you are ready. Start right now. Thank you for journeying with me through these words. If you are still here, your heart is truly opening to the light. May you always live with the quiet strength that is yours and the courage to choose stability and love, even when the world may not yet understand.